Good morning, Stuart Neal, real estate broker, coach and mentor, and today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of working with home sellers. Full disclosure, when I first came to the Edmonton market from England back in 2001, I got my career start by listing for sale by owners, and I have to confess, sometimes I still do. So let's talk about the pros and cons of working with home sellers. Number one, a pro. It can be an opportunity if you get the listing to receive sign calls from prospective buyers, and of course there's some local branding advantages. If you manage the listing relationship properly, you have about a 50% chance of receiving a commission when the home or condominium sells. We like to call it a success fee at Ambergate Realty Advisors. And of course, some home sellers do buy afterward, meaning that there's a chance to serve the same client twice. But let's talk about the cons, and not many people do. Number one, listings can be hard to win, especially if you are a new realtor. Finding sellers, home sellers, can be expensive, and they can be hard work in terms of finding them. Home sellers are discerning, perhaps much more discerning than home buyers. Most home sellers will interview 3 or more realtors before picking one to represent them. The big question will be, how will you stand out? Listings are expensive. Consumers want more than a brief description, one photo on the MLS, and a sign on the lawn. Setting up a listing properly must include virtual tours, professional photography, electronic floor plans, social media advertising, all of which can be very costly. Can you afford to bankroll a listing knowing that about 50% of the time you won't get paid, even in a hot market? And sellers are demanding. Most of the time, sellers overprice their home in their minds. Your job will firstly to gain their trust, secondly to win the mandate, and third, get them to position their home, which is more than a function of just price, by the way, so that it sells. I wish you the best of luck with securing more listings. If you have any questions about how to go about it, you're welcome to call me. I'm always glad to help. I can be reached here in the office at 780-760-2014, extension number 3. Always glad to hear from you. I appreciate you listening and taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.